Breaking news, Reece James signs new 6-year contract. Let's get into this. Hello and welcome to Yasa TV. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got some good news. Yeah, because our guy Reece James has signed an extension to his new contract. And obviously we got the news early morning today saying that Reece James commits his future to Chelsea by signing a new 6-year contract. The 26-year-old's previous deal essentially ended 2028, I think. Fresh agreement runs until June 2032. Deal aligns England right back with Chelsea's incentivized wage structure. Obviously that came out from the Athletic. I think Ben Jacobs tweeted this as well, saying obviously he's extended his contract to 2032. James also said, I'm over the moon to have extended my contract. Chelsea means so much to me. I've always said that I want my PKS to be here, and I truly believe we have everything it takes to build on previous successes. I think he made this statement on the press conference with Liam Rosenior today. The two sporting directors, Bowen Stanley and Lois Stewart. He's the leader of this team, both on and off the pitch. Reece knows what it means to wear this badge, and having committed his long-term future to Chelsea, we're looking forward to continuing the journey and working towards further success together. I think Ben Jacobs then also tweeted later during the day that Reece James' renewal was done quickly with the Chelsea captain, never in doubt about staying. He's now on an incentive-driven terms like the rest of the squad. Despite suggestions, it is not thought Chelsea will be forced into unwanted sales despite posting a €407 million pre-tax loss. Understand other contract renewals will follow. To be honest, I've seen something about us potentially renewing Levi Colwill's contract, which kind of puts me into, I don't know, have we found some kind of new loophole or something? Obviously, Reece James was one of our highest earners. Do you know what I mean? I think he was, I think Reece James, it says he gets £13 million a year. And that was something that was shown on so his gross pay per year is 15.6 million, and he was getting free 200k base and 100k bonuses, so 300k a week plus, so including bonuses. So look, I think obviously he's getting this new contract now. It's always going to be incentive based, so his base wages might be lower or whatever, and he can earn more money depending on how the team performs, and then it kind of lowers the wage bill again. But we know that he was going to be, he's someone that we were thinking about. Hopefully, gets his contract renewed. Like someone says here as well in the comment section, hopefully Cucurella's one of them. And even though I think Cucurella's already sorted this contract out, but if I'm not mistaken, let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong. But I know that obviously Caicedo is someone who we want to make sure we tie down. And obviously Reece James was one of them as well, but he's already done. Reece James also posted on Twitter earlier saying 2000 a kid arrived at Chelsea with a dream in his heart, boots too big for his feet, but belief from the start. Fast forward to 2026, still wearing the same blue shirt with the same fire inside. Through every game, every battle, every lesson I've grown. Now the journey rolls on, the dream still true, extended until 2032 and still bleeding blue. So a little poem or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he also said it wasn't much of a decision. I've come through this club. I love this club. I've won things here, and there's lots more to come in the future. I'm fully behind this project. Look, I'm someone who I've always rated Reece James highly. And, you know, obviously the manager's going to keep saying the things he's been saying. Do you know what I mean? Rossini also said, I can't stop smiling. We've secured the best player in the world in his position. For as long as I'm here, Reece James will be my leader. Yeah. So, yeah, I wanted to go back on that. And yeah, obviously, like Reece James, like I said, one of our most, if not our most important player. Obviously, you can include like a Caicedo there and a few players here and there on the pitch, but for he's probably one of the few players left from, if you want to call it, the previous regime or the, you know, the Abramovich era. You know, someone that we remember as, you know, having won the UCL and other trophies, and you know, him having played with some of our better players in the past, i.e., I don't know, like an Eden Hazard and you know all these other players, Thiago Silva, and that he can bring that experience while being around the younger players. And I think a lot of people have mentioned things like, you know, especially after the PSG loss and he lost the ball and blah blah blah. Oh, he's not a leader. Obviously, he's not vocal enough and da 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 da. Look, we don't really know what James does and doesn't do for the team. You know, we're not really preview to like what happens behind the scenes, innit? Of course, would we like him to be better and blah, whatever. For me, the most important thing is that Reece James is back. In terms of having seen him play more consistently, that's something that as Chelsea fans we kind of feared that we'd never be able to see anymore. With his injury-ridden period that he had, obviously his hamstring problems and all that kind of stuff. But he's come back and he's finally getting, you know, if not playing at the back to his best at some point. And we hope to see more of it. We hope to see him win trophies, help us win trophies, and you know, be as successful as we can. And hopefully he's also right about, you know, believing in the project and it actually being something, because a lot of fans obviously don't have that same feeling. And rightly so. Do you know what I'm saying? Rightly so. Yeah, I just wanted to drop the news in about Reece James. Our captain has signed, extended his contract. Good news for us and the club. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. I'm obviously gonna assume that everyone's gonna be happy with this extension. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a player that we don't like. It's obviously one of the favorites, you know what I mean, in the team. So yeah, we're happy for that. Listen, make sure you're liking and subscribing, hype the video, you know what to do. And listen, I'm out, man. I'm out.